welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome, all you Drangir and Shield Maidens, to tonight's episode of Dropping the Hammer. I am your host, Warhammer. You can tell in my voice, I'm tired. um, didn't, it wasn't a real late night. It was midnight when I got home, but it did take me a while to come down from the show. I was in Carthage last night with Joint Forces Rumble in Titletown, and that was to support the veterans. We had a real great show, and I just got back late, and like I said, it took me a while to come down, eat, shower. I ended up watching a movie. Figured I'd fall asleep, but it took till 4 o'clock this morning. And then I had the bright idea I was going to get up and go to breakfast, but I got up too late. It took too long to get up, so got up at 9:30. Should have just stayed in bed. Got up, stayed up till about noon. Fell asleep till about 4. So when we're cutting this, that's about 45 minutes after that. So we're here. We're alive. I do want to talk about recent events. I went to the doctor. I hadn't taken my blood pressure medication, but like when I went, it was 120 or 121 over 83, something like that, and they were like, "That's great." And I was like, "So y'all don't think it was the blood pressure issue?" And they said no. So as of then, I've stopped taking the blood pressure medication. I think that was an issue. I think my heart was doing its job to keep me alive. So blood pressure, not an issue. Certainly not a factor last night. New nose. I'm not sure how long I performed. So I was not in a match. I was just in the 30-man battle royal at the end. And, like I said, I'm not sure how long I lasted, but I came in at number 27 out of 30. So, I had a long way to wait. And there wasn't too many guys left in the ring once I got in the ring. So I was able to do some stuff, but, mostly I'm there to, in a rumble, I know I'm there to just help put people over. I'm not worried about, hard to shine in a rumble if people aren't, I've got bad luck with most rumbles. My entrance, nobody's bumping and feeding. A lot of people will wait their turn and wait for attacks, but I always seem to have to go attack people. Nobody wants to feed. But you can tell the guys that knew how to rumble, and they would, some of them really solid would feed to each new competitor. So now in this rumble, it was all planned out. So you knew who was eliminating you, you knew who you were eliminating, whatnot. Everybody had one of each. So excuse me. Now I had planned it with one of the guy I was supposed to eliminate. We had planned that when a particular person goes out, he would come and find me. Well, that particular person was already in the back before either one of us had gone out. So after about 15 people, the rumble order fell apart. So then we planned something. So I was going to eliminate him. All of a sudden, he's out. So I'm not eliminating anybody. And there I am with the guy who's supposed to eliminate me going out. The guy I'm eliminating is out. And there's only a handful of people left. I know I'm not in the final four. So at a certain point, I have to excuse myself, and I pick somebody, and we work my way out. I believe it was Optimus Prime. I think that's his name, from Dallas. Pretty sure. Good guy, solid. I know I still got Nobi Bryant's handprints from all the chops. My chest looked like hamburger meat last night. It was great. Rodzilla, The Mountain, Corey Summers, Sean Cordova, Eli Chambers, I believe. No, Eli Daniels. Eli Daniels. We have too many Eli's in LOL. Let's see who else I can name. Rika, Gluttony, Jack Lovecraft, TD Shepard, Joey Renegade, Damian Sport. I know there was more. I'm trying. That sure wasn't 30. Dax Xander, Aaron Storm, Cavernous, Case Caverns. I apologize, brother. Case. Moxley, Tyson Dunn, and his brother something Dunn. I'm pretty sure. There's a bunch, 30 people. Landon Mercer, wasn't expecting him. He showed up to fill in. Somebody couldn't make it. So there was a lot of LOL guys. There was some down south boys. I'm not sure who they want to be more affiliated with, SSW or SWF. Some of them work for both. Dallas MPX, where Iron Belly's from. So these guys were from all over. Aaron Rydell, Debo, Aaron Rydell, Michael Cross, more LOL guys. But, these names are just popping in as I'm kind of thinking of the locations. We're getting so many messages about the show. These guys are really getting their name out there. Like I said, this was a fantastic show. In the start of it, we've honored the Vietnam veterans, and we had a Vietnam veteran pinning. So anybody who was in the military for the Vietnam era was given a pin. My father, being a Navy veteran, um, was honored. I knew, this was kind of the plan, but he told me he didn't want to participate. But apparently, when he walked in, they had got his information, and so he was getting a pin. When I found out, I kind of rushed over and was able to give him his pin and you know honor him. So that was the highlight of my night, on top of getting to rumble. So I'm going to thank the Veterans Center. I'm going to thank Humana. I'm going to thank um, Carthage. I'm going to thank Rumble and Titletown for giving me that moment with my father. And then, like I said, I was able to perform later that night. I didn't do much, like I said, but I am stiff and sore, and I'm tired. So I've got 2 more shows coming up this month. I've got Marshall on the 20th. That will be our 200th episode, 200th show, whatever you want to call it. That is big. That has been the same location for 200, aside from our road shows, but that's the home of LOL for 200 shows. That is big. They've been the same location for 8 years. It's longer. I think it was 10 to 12. I'm not sure. I'll get that date, but that's also big because it's something I had talked about months ago when that anniversary came up. So, LOL has been a staple in Marshall for quite a while. I feel honored and privileged to be working with those guys. I've also got a show down south with SSW. No, excuse me, not SSW, with SWF. I apologize, SWF. And that will be in Orange, Texas on the 27th. So we're doing it. So in Orange, Texas, I believe that's going to be in a theater, like I don't think a movie theater. I'm thinking like a stage theater and a amphitheater. I'm not really sure what the term would be, but the Civic Center was fun, and getting to wrestle in odd locations is fun as well. So did the gas station in Orange, Texas. Now it's a theater in Orange, Texas. So can't wait to do that. So last little bit, I know I've been working on a website. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's going to go live anytime soon, but I am working on it. Did really well selling beard oil last night. That's our main thing now. Like I said, we're also moving into balms, butters, and styling waxes in all the same scents. All this will be available. The labels have been reprinted. They are, I don't know if they've been shipped yet, but we will be doing that all over again. Iron Belly has shipped his oils to New York. They have not received them yet. We're hoping the next day or so. So everything's kind of in limbo with that, but it's once it happens, we are going full tilt, full steam, and we're gonna have some good looking bottles soon. So um yeah, I, I apologize. I'm too tired to make this. I forgot how to make the music and everything. I forgot what buttons to push, and I'm not gonna sit here and search for it. I'm just gonna go get some food and relax. So um I will get some footage from Carthage. I'll get it up as soon as I can. Um, working on some stuff. I've got plenty of time to relax. I'm not actually working. I'll be going back after the 4th, um, taking mental health. We're taking this seriously. Um, that was bad. No one understands the nosebleed. No one can, how did it happen? So I had to tell that story so many times last night, and even the medical people are like, that none of this makes sense, but they can see my side of it and see how that makes more sense than whatever they were telling me. So situational, blood pressure issue, I got a massive leak, I'm not comfortable. Yeah, I got a million reasons why it's spiking right now, but my ticker's good. They wouldn't have operated on me had it been a problem. Um, the EKG machine, they said it was really strong. So like they'd have known there was a problem then. So we're just going with that. But we will get footage up as soon as we can. But I want to mention one thing. You know, Someone was telling me, I only find you on Facebook, and I said, "Are you scrolling Facebook when you're watching?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, I am on other platforms, so I do have a YouTube channel, and I also broadcast out of Rumble. That's where I'm calling this my home page, but I'm on all 3 platforms. I would prefer getting my traffic push to Rumble, but I am honored that anybody watches me, even on Facebook, because you're spending your time to listen to what I got to say, whether it's good or bad. You stop by, you send messages, especially when I'm down, you know. So I got fans. I'm fighting for y'all. So thank y'all for stopping by. Tune in next week, and we'll talk more.